Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through all four directions to warm up the body before running. So the first direction is we're going to go in a forward direction, what we call the sagittal plane. This is ideally to work on lengthening out the hip flexors. So the idea is when you step forward, all the weight is going to be on the leg behind you, and you should feel a stretch in the front of the hip here. To accentuate that stretch, we're going to use our arms. I've got my little towel here for the World Cup, but we're going to go overhead. So this is going to be an overhead hip extension matrix. So there's the first one. Second one, got to keep the heel down and really work on making sure you keep the back straight. This is 4 right through here with the arms straight up in the sagittal plane. Now on the way back, we're going to do our next set of 4, and we're going to have the hip extension here in the sagittal plane, but now what we're going to do is put the torso in the frontal plane. So we're going to go same side lateral flexion over here, hip is extended, wah! Same side lateral flexion. Third one, drop the same side lateral flexion. Fourth one, and drop over to the side. You should feel that on the inner thigh and the groin area. Now going back, we're going to do the same thing, but instead of same side, we're going to do opposite side lateral flexion. Okay, there we go. Opposite side lateral flexion, overhead, drop here. You can put the arms down, overhead, drop there. Okay, next one through. We've got 2 of the 3 planes of motion. Same thing, we're going to be consistent with the leg, keep it in the sagittal plane, but now what we're going to do is same side rotation. It's really important to keep in mind that you don't want your arms to do the work. You want the rotation to come from the pelvis. The arms just go along for the ride. Again, the focus is having the weight all on the back leg. You can see my little leg is shaking. It's out of shape. That's okay. Same side rotation. Again, this is winding up adductors, medial hamstring, keeping that heel down. This might be more than 4. That's okay, I need it. Last one here. Now on the way back, last one for the front direction. So keeping this here instead of same side rotation, yeah, opposite side rotation. Okay, reset your foot. Opposite side rotation. Can really feel a calf stretch in there as well. There we go. Opposite side, planes coming in, they want to do the matrix as well. Opposite side rotation. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to work on side to side motion, waking these guys up a little bit more. First thing we're going to do, besides let the plane take off, is we're going to go outside of the hip. So you're going to step over. The weight is going to be on this leg here that we're stretching. So you're going to step over, so that's the balance leg. First thing that happens when you step over, you're going to lock your hip pelvis into place with this hand. Then you're going to reach up and over. The pelvis' natural tendency is to spin out. The right side is the boss. So it's not only locking into place, you can also push it in this direction, reach up and overhead, and all that weight is on the left leg to balance. Okay, so you got a good stretch to open that there. Take a step. We're working this left hip here. So then you're going to reach, you're going to bring your right leg behind, and you're going to reach across to get the outside of the left hip. That's one. So now we're going to step over again. All the weight's on the left leg, lock into place. Reach up and over. You should be able to go further each time you do this. There you go. Step out and reach around through here. Okay. Just spend a couple seconds down in there. Toe touch your center again. This is number 3. Again, going a little bit further. Reaching overhead. Good. Really get that stretch. Try and reach back further. Center, neutral position. This is the reach behind stretch number 3. Good. Drop that hip down as low as it can go. Center, last one. For the left side, reach up and over. And reach down through here. You should feel this a lot in the groin. Just try and let the pelvis stretch. Now we're going to go right side. We'll go a little faster. We don't have to explain as much. So this is our pivot leg. This is our anchor right here. Left foot up and over. Again, my hip wants to come way out in front. Lock that sucker down and then push it out to the side with the opposite hand. A little tighter over here, a lot tighter. Pay attention to what happens to your foot as well. Your foot's going to want to roll. Lock it down so you get as much maximum stretch as possible. Center, bring the left leg behind, reach across here. You can play around with this, come down, but just start in a neutral position first. Okay, so that's one full rotation through. Step over, reach opposite, up and over here. Open up that right side. I can tell my foot wants to come up. Step across, reach in front, drop the hip down a little bit. Good. Do that there. Is number 3. Reach up and over. Wide step across. Reach out in front. Drop the hip as low as it can go. Step back up. Reach up and over. Last one, take a wide step out. So you've got that there. And then reach behind. Okay? Doing great, guys. We're going to do another one because the side motion often gets ignored the most in running because it's usually just a forward motion. What we're going to do next here is we're going to take a little half step out to the side. And it's important, I'm going to turn to the side for a second. It's important when you do this half step that you're not bending. See that extra motion in the thoracic spine there? That when you take a step, first thing that should happen as soon as you hit the step, boom, your hips shift backward. So I'm going to do it from this position. Little half step, kick the hips and the pelvis backward, and then you're going to reach down the outside of your left foot, touch the shoe, and stay in the same plane of motion. Make your pelvis go along for the ride. That's really what we're trying to stretch in here. So again, making sure you're not reaching with the torso, drop the butt back out to the side here, and feel your hip shift across. So that's the first one there. Okay? I'm going to do the next 3 going in this direction so you can see. Go a little further on this next step. Again, make sure you're not cheating by coming forward. Get the hips backward. You should feel that more of a stretch each time. Drop across and then reach out, over and up as high as you can. That's number 2. Go a little further. Kick it out to the side. Touch across the top of each shoe. A little tight over there. Reach across. There's number 3. Each time you should be stepping big and further. This is going to be a big step. Don't wear tight pants, but make sure you do. Well, you don't have to wear pants at all. It's up to you. Reach out to the side. Come across. Up and over. Big stretch there. Real quick, we're going to go back through so my right side doesn't get neglected. Clearly it needs it. Coming across here. Up and over. Wow. Okay, there's one. Out to the side, drop your hip and butt backward. Stay in the same plane. Coming up here. There's number 3. Coming here. Dropping over and across. Scoop it up. Hey. One more. Out to the side. Reach across. Same plane of motion. Wah! Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Last direction here. We're going to go backward because we want to work on the backward. We did forward, we did each side. Now we're going to go backward. Last thing we're going to do is work on balance, strength, and getting the glutes firing, which is what we need before we do our running. So what we're going to do is take a little half step backwards to start with. Most people are not comfortable stepping backward, and just even try it. Step backward, put all the weight on this leg, and you should right here, that butt muscle should be turned on. So what we're going to do is take a little half step backward, put the hands in the front, pick up the opposite leg. So right here is where you want to make sure that your hip is loaded backward as opposed to being all quad in the front. Okay? So we're loaded in the back, and so now we've got our balance, and we're going to be straightening up that leg that you're balancing on, making sure you don't come up in this direction here. That's where the balance comes in. This is cheating here, so you want to, when you come up, get to about this angle. You've got about a 5 to 7 degrees. You're going to engage your abdominals. Then you want your hands and your knee to come up as high as you can. Okay? While you're in that position, then you're going to step diagonal, hands in front, hold the position, leg up, stay in the squat, reach up. Each time you should go a little bit further. Go out to the side, pick the leg up, try and go as slowly as you can. Push down with that leg and feel the glutes engage. This is number 3. Big step backward. It's number 4. Hold. Go in that direction there. Let's do one more. This one here. Lift the leg. And then to add a little bit more dynamic, then what you can do, hop. Diagonal. Hop. Squat down. Come up. Hop. Woo. We're only doing 4. Come up. Hop, last one. Oh, I missed it. So it's a good challenge. And then drive up. Awesome job. We'll see you on the next one.